back, everyone, to the deep dive. This time, we're going to be checking out Knowledge Showdown.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, it is. It's like, a digital Jeopardy kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
But we found this guide, how to use the Knowledge Showdown template from Evaluation Spark. And it's really all about the strategy behind building a really cool learning experience with it.
Yeah, the design aspect of it, making something engaging.
Exactly. Instead of just playing a game.
Right.
So it's not just about answering trivia.
No, not at all. It's more about, like you said, crafting that experience, making people think a little bit more deeply about the material.
So it's almost like the guide uses this phrase, charting a course, instead of just asking, random questions.
Right, having an objective in mind.
It's got this whole nautical theme going on. I kind of like it. It's catchy. So how's the game, structured? What's the big picture?
Well, so it's sort of like a treasure hunt. You've got different categories, which they call C's. And in those, you have, your challenges, your questions.
I see.
And as you progress through, the higher the point value,
Okay.
the more valuable the treasure is, I guess you could say.
I see where they're going with the nautical theme. So it's like you'd have history, science, whatever, and then 100, 200, 300 points and so on.
Yeah, exactly.
And the guide really stresses the planning side of things, really thinking about the categories and questions.
Right, because you want to be intentional with it. You don't want to just throw anything in there.
Yeah, but that would take forever, wouldn't it, to come up with all these questions?
Well, they actually address that in the guide.
Oh, really?
They suggest using AI.
Wait, what? AI?
Yeah, to generate the questions.
Wow, that's wild.
And even to reformat existing data that you might have. Let's say you're making a quiz on the American Revolution. You could tell the AI, okay, I need 5 multiple choice questions, 4 choices each, about the Boston Tea Party.
And it just does it.
Yeah, basically. Gives you a starting point at least.
Oh, wow.
Then you can obviously go in and refine and edit.
So much faster.
Yeah. Takes a lot of the work out of it for sure.
That's incredible. So it's like the AI is helping you build this quiz.
Exact.
But you're still the main person in charge.
Oh, absolutely. The guide really stresses that. You're reviewing the AI's work, making sure it aligns with your learning goals.
Okay, so it's a tool, not a replacement.
Exactly.
You're still the captain of the ship.
Yes. You're the one deciding, what kind of questions, the difficulty levels.
Okay, I like that. Makes sense. So what kind of questions are we talking about? Beyond just multiple choice?
Oh, yeah. They have tons of ideas. You could do image-based questions, identify a person or a concept from a picture.
Okay.
Or even audio clips.
Oh, interesting.
Famous speeches or music, and you have to identify the speaker or composer. So it can be a lot more than just words on a screen.
Oh, yeah. It really opens things up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
For different subjects, different learning styles.
Definitely. But they also go into the more practical stuff, too, like how to make sure the game runs smoothly. They recommend using a spreadsheet for your questions and answers.
Okay.
And saving it as a CSV file.
Is that to keep everything organized?
Yeah. Makes it super easy to upload to the Knowledge Showdown platform. It has a really detailed map, I guess you could say.
A map, huh? Sticking with the theme, I like it. But even with a map, things can go wrong, right?
Of course. And that's why testing your game before you actually use it is super important.
Right.
Make sure the questions make sense, answers are accurate, that there aren't any technical issues.
Yeah, no one wants glitches in their game.
Exactly. You want everything to run smoothly.
So we've got our map, we're building our ship, we've got our first mate, the AI.
Yeah, it's all coming together.
What's next in this journey?
Well, before we launch this thing, we need to think about feedback.
Oh, right. From the players.
Yeah, exactly. That's a big part of the guide, actually. Getting feedback after each game, refining the questions, maybe even coming up with new categories based on what people are enjoying. So it's a constant process.
Oh, so you're always kind of adjusting course.
Exactly. And that's what's so great about this. It's not just a one-time thing. You're constantly learning and improving. It's a journey.
Yeah, I like that analogy a lot. Keeps things dynamic.
Yeah, for sure.
And makes the learning experience keep evolving.
And that's what makes Knowledge Showdown so powerful, I think. So, we were just talking about feedback, and it's really interesting how Knowledge Showdown uses that, right?
Yeah, it's not just a one-way street.
No, not at all. It's like this loop where the players are actually shaping the game as they play.
So it's collaborative in a way.
Yeah, exactly. And it makes me think about the whole AI thing again.
Oh, yeah.
We were talking about it generating questions, but it could go even further, right?
Like how?
Imagine a game that adjusts the difficulty as you're playing.
Whoa, wait. So if I'm struggling, it gives me easier questions.
Exactly. Or if you're breezing through, it makes it harder.
Oh, that's cool. So it's personalized.
In a way, yeah. Like having a built-in tutor, almost.
That's pretty advanced, though, like AI-wise, I mean.
It is, but, AI is getting better all the time.
Sure.
And even without super fancy AI, you can still personalize it, by looking at the feedback and adjusting things manually. It's all about using AI as a tool, right?
To help, not replace.
Exactly.
Because AI can't understand everything, right? Like how people learn differently.
Right, it misses those nuances.
Yeah.
And that's why the guide talks about, not just data, but observation too. Like actually watching how people play, seeing where they get stuck, what interests them.
So it's a balance, right? Data and human intuition.
Absolutely. It's both art and science.
I like that.
Yeah.
But we've been talking about this as like an education tool, but it could be so much more than that.
Oh, absolutely. That's what I was thinking too.
This whole treasure hunt idea could apply to, well, anything really,
Oh, yeah. Tons of stuff. Like, what if companies used it for training?
instead of boring presentations.
Yeah. Imagine starting a new job and you play this game to learn about the company.
That would be so much more fun.
And you could even tailor it to different departments.
Oh, that's smart.
And then people could earn points, compete a little, friendly rivalry.
Yeah. Makes it more engaging.
Way more. Or what about leadership training?
Okay, yeah. Instead of just reading about theories.
You learn by doing,
Yeah.
applying concepts, maybe even role-playing in the game.
Wow. So we've got classroom quizzes, company training,
Yeah.
leadership skills. Is there anything this can't do?
I think the possibilities are endless. It's all about being creative, structuring information in a fun and challenging way.
Right. So it's like a framework for making learning fun.
Exactly. But before we get too carried away, we should probably bring it back to the guide for a second.
Oh, right. Yeah. It focuses on quizzes, but there's so much more to it.
Yeah, definitely. So what are some takeaways? Like, how can people actually use this?
Good question.
Well, first, think about categories and difficulty levels. No matter what you're teaching, break it down, right? Start simple, then get more complex.
Okay. Yeah. Like steps on a staircase.
Exactly. And then engagement is key, right? Don't be afraid to get creative, use visuals, audio, whatever makes it fun.
Make it a game, not a chore.
Exactly. And then technology, of course. AI can be a huge help, but remember, it's a tool.
Right. The human element is still important.
Absolutely. It's all about creating an experience that makes people want to learn, that sparks their curiosity.
Wow. So we've really gotten into the nitty-gritty of Knowledge Showdown, huh?
We have, from like basic quizzes to, well...
Yeah, it's kind of blown up, hasn't it? The whole concept, I mean.
It has. We've talked about education, company training, even like personal growth stuff.
Yeah, who knew a treasure hunt could lead to all this?
Right. But it really makes you think differently about learning,
It does. It's not just sitting there and absorbing. It's like you're active, you're solving problems. There's even like friendly competition.
Exactly. It becomes, fun. Knowledge Showdown kind of flips things
It
around.
does. It's like you're on a quest or something.
Yeah. And you're not told what to do. You figure it out. You make mistakes.
Like the guide says, the journey matters, not just the destination.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of journeys, all these different applications, right? Like where else could this treasure hunt idea go? Talk about a few.
Oh, so many places. Like learning a new language.
Okay.
Instead of just the boring vocab drills.
Right, right.
Imagine a game where you're like in the culture, you got to use the language to do stuff.
Oh, like that.
You could have categories like ordering food, asking for directions, stuff like that.
That's way more fun than flashcards.
Way more. And you could even use audio, video, make it really immersive.
Oh, yeah, that would be cool. Or what about something like managing money, personal finance?
Oh, that's a good one. It can be so dry,
It can be, yeah. But a game could make it, I don't know.
More relatable.
Yeah, and less scary, like learn about budgeting, investing, all that.
Exactly. And it could be for anyone, right? Different levels, different goals.
Like a financial coach, but in a game.
Right. But then the question is, how do you keep people coming back, like staying motivated?
Good point. A game's got to be fun, right?
It does. So you need those rewards, the recognition, like maybe leaderboards,
Okay, yeah. Bragging rights.
Exactly. Or even like virtual prizes, badges, that kind of thing. And let people connect, share tips.
So it's social too.
It is, and that can be really motivating. But, at the end of the day,
Yeah.
Knowledge Showdown, all these ideas, it's about changing how we think about learning,
It is. It's not just about facts anymore.
It's not. It's about critical thinking, being creative, really taking charge of your own learning.
And having fun doing it.
Exactly. Learning should be enjoyable.
It should be. So To everyone listening, think about this treasure hunt idea.
Yeah, give it a try.
No matter what you're learning, there's a way to make it an adventure.
There is. Embrace the challenge. Don't be afraid to explore.
That's what it's all about. And on that note, I think we've reached the end of our journey today.
We have. It's been a great deep dive.
It has. So until next time, everyone, keep learning, keep exploring,